Didn't know we were doing this right now. What is up, YouTube? Markicks coming at you with finally a sneaker collection video. It's kind of a room. It's not really a room tour, but you could call it that. My shoe room, and just I haven't made a sneaker collection video in a long time. A lot of people have requested, so here we are, and we can get into it. We will start kind of, if you get an overall kind of view of the room, it's kind of, I don't know how to say it. It's organized, but not organized very much. My girlfriend has done a lot to the room, but I've done my best. So we start over in this section of the room. This is just all the shoes that I kind of call them like my grab and go shoes, so they're not in boxes. But on the top we have all of my Nike basketball. I'm a really big fan of Nike basketball. They have been slipping. This was, like I say, the golden era of Nike basketball. With all the What the collections, What the KDs, and another pair of What the KDs. I really thought the KDs had the best run of the What Does, even though the LeBrons were tough. I've just never been a huge LeBron silhouette fan. The shoes have always seemed so bulky. Like, as you see in this What The, this is like a super big bulky shoe, and the KDs were kind of like, he's a slim reaper, so it's kind of more of like a slim shoe. And this is one of my favorite shoes probably of all time, though, just from the colors and how they just look on feet. This is probably the shoe I've got the most like reaction, compliments. People are just very confused when I wear these. This pair actually belonged to my friend Ramsey, who passed away, and I picked these up from him a couple weeks before he passed away. So obviously a shoe I'll probably keep forever. And then second row, we finally have some AIs. This is the pair that just came out like a month ago. Haven't worn them, but I like anything that's kind of mismatched, but mismatched on purpose. I'm not one of those guys. Like, you'll never see me with one Kobe and one KD. It's gotta be an actual pair, but these mismatch round. And then 270s. So Golden State colorway. I don't know what colorway this is, but this cost me like $40, so don't care. And then third row, we have some Adidas, both Pusha T's. Obviously the gray ones when they first dropped. These are probably one of the most comfortable shoes that I own, and I just love the way they look. I probably wore these maybe over 100 times, easily. And then brown paper bag Pushes. The whole presentation of the shoe, I did a video on it. The whole presentation of the shoe is just dope. It came in a brown paper bag inside the box, so can't beat that. NMDs, kind of one of the first shoes that I made a lot of money selling. I don't know what it was about NMDs, but they were so cheap. So I think the retail was like $140, and these were limited at the time. So me and my friends were able to get hundreds of pairs, and they were all selling for like $300. So $140 retail and like $300 resale. You can understand what we made a ton on this shoe. But now they were worldwide. They re-released 20,000 times, and they're not really worth anything. And then my first ever pair of Adidas Ultra Boosts. Third row, it's kind of just random Nike stuff. A gift from my girlfriend. The Presto acronyms are really cool shoe to have on foot. And this is the only neutral colorway they had of these, really. And then I have the Kevin Hart workout shoes, Hustle Hearts. Cool details on this shoe, black, gold, and they light up. Looks pretty cool when you have a flash on a picture. Nike Elements, and then we have the 3 designer slides that I have. Givenchy, you know, Gucci slides. Still one of my most watched videos ever on all time on YouTube was when I was talking about the Gucci slides. It was actually this pair right here, which has been beat to death, but it was talking about this shoe. It took like 7 months for them to ship me this slide. Don't know why, but hey, Gucci made me a lot of money that day. And then last row, these are some shoes. I don't even remember where I got those. Shoes that I hooped in last year. And then shoes that I switched to Dames this year. I like Dame Dollar, so. But Steph is obviously the GOAT, as you can see with multiple things in this room. That man is it. So on to the main side of the shoes, kind of the shoes that I'll wear whenever. Adidas probably gets more worn than some of my Jordans, just because I really don't care what happens to the Adidas shoes. Some of the Jordans I'll wear, and I'll just be so paranoid, and it'll be like I'm just don't even want to step in anything. Adidas, I just throw on and just whatever. Starting at the top, I have the red stripe Yeezy that came out in that like weird pack of 3. This is the only, well, those and the white ones. Then the all black that just released. The all whites, and then I had so many pairs of the all whites that I was just being dumb and started drawing on the shoes. Don't ask why. Then we got zebras. Belugas was the first expensive really pair of 350s that released in the V2. So that's pretty dope. And then 3 pairs of Ultra Boosts. We got the gold Ultra Boost. We got the Oreo Ultra Boost. And then the multicolor. I think these were actually customized on the Adidas website. They allowed you, sometimes they'll release and be like, we're allowing people to customize some Ultra Boosts. So you could kind of throw in any different colors. This is the one I came up with. I really like that shoe though. And then back to the top. We have, I don't know why I put this Nike over here. I think it's just because I just wanted to have it out. We got an off-white Presto. Can't really go wrong with this shoe. And back to Yeezy. We got the white stripe, blue tints. We got the Moon Rocks, which is the only pair of original 350s that I have left. I had the black one, got rid of it. Just wasn't really wearing it that much. But the Moon Rocks is probably the dopest original 350, and these are pretty expensive now. They're like $1,400, but I actually got this pair on Flight Club, and it was like $650 at the time. I got an 11.5, sold it, so then it was pretty much like size swapping, but yeah. So that was from Fight Club. Probably the pair that gets worn the most out of any Yeezy is just these, because I don't know, I just beat them up and wear them wherever. Then Make Pharrell's great again. We go to the original Pharrell drop NMDs, and these were selling like crazy, and they were so expensive. I remember I got this pair. No, my boy Papa Smurf, when he was just first starting out. Now he's sneaker YouTube famous. Sneaker Twitter famous. When we first starting out, he asked me if I wanted slots and he could try to get this shoe for me. And I remember sitting in a college class actually, and like me and like 5 guys in the back of the class, we're all just on our computers trying to get these. And everybody struck out. And then Papa texted me and was like, bro, I hit on the blue ones in your size. And I was like, and I just went crazy in the classroom. Everybody in the class was mad. But so worth it. So worth it. They haven't been worn a lot really, but they're just so dope. I'll keep them. Gotta keep them. They're expensive now too, though. I think the blacks are selling for like $900, and these are selling for like $1,500. So pretty expensive. Then we go to the crazy Jordan 1s. Jordan 1s, obviously everybody's favorite, but yeah, they don't really need an explanation. Royal 1s, haven't worn, don't know why. And then both my pairs of Lance Mountains, I have the black and the white pair. As most people know, the more you wear them, the more they're supposed to rub off. A lot of people have taken fingernail polish remover and just worn them off themselves. I did it a little bit, but I didn't want to do the whole shoe because I was like, I'm going to wear them enough, so the rest of the shoe will just fill in. And as you can see, they have not at all, actually. Don't wear them enough. But these have been worn like 200 times, though, so I don't know what's happening. And they're not really creasing either. And then more Jordan 1s, gum bottoms. Can't go wrong. Bread toe. I just love these Chicago colorways. I can't get enough of any of them. So I pretty much have every single one. Black toe. Bread 2013. I don't have a new pair of breads. I don't know why that happened. I probably got my size and then was like, I could just make $500 selling it. So why do I need it if I have an old pair? Then top threes, one of the dopest pairs. I don't know why some people slept and they were selling for like 300. Now I think they're back up to like 500. So you're an idiot if you slept. European release gym red, so only released in Europe. It's got butter suede on the shoe. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Those don't get worn a lot though. Shadow ones, obviously another staple. And then to finish off the Jordan ones, the Nigels. This kind of has that Lance Mountain effect. It rubs off a little bit. These haven't been worn. I think I actually got these last Christmas and like 2018 Christmas, and obviously still haven't been worn, so that's great. I might as well talk about these two Jordan 1s. Most people know the Jordan 1 Off-White Chicago, and just so people don't think I'm crazy. These are all size 12s, by the way. Most of the shoes are size 12. Moonrocks are 11.5. All my Yeezys are size 12, even though they run small. Yeah, so most shoes in here are size 12, and just so people don't think I'm, these just a random size. Size 12. Hope you can see that. So, size 12, Off-White, Chicago. It's just, and this is probably, yeah, this is the most expensive shoe in here. I'm hoping I get to the point, they haven't been worn, so I'm hoping I get to a point where they're like selling for like $5,000-$6,000, and I'll be able to just sell them and like do something like, I don't know, like put a order deposit down on like a C8 Corvette or something cool, but I don't think they'll get worn. And then Travis Scott actually hit on Nike for these, so surprising. The only retro 2s in the collection, just Don 2s. The leather is butter. The suede on the side is butter. The gold hints all over the shoe. It's just Don. When that dropped, there was a lot of hype. My first ever Jordan Retro, Crimson Jordan 3. My first ever Jordan Retro. I got these freshman year of high school. My sister got them for me. And I remember, I didn't know at that time, my foot had grown from like a size like 10 to a size 12 from like end of 7 to starting freshman year. So I didn't have a lot of shoes, and she got me these, and I didn't know what the hype was. I went to a school, let's say it was very diverse. So you pulled up with any new Jordan, and there was people in the school that'd be like, whoa, 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 like, those are fire. And like, so they kind of build you, pump your head up, and that's kind of how I got started. People was bumping my head up. Then the feeling of just putting them on and like, just like walking in, like, I don't know, couldn't beat it. So I kind of got addicted, and that has led to all of this nonsense. Then Cement Jordan 4s, Oreo Jordan 4s. I think this is like the 2012 Bread 4s or something like that. See, we have the OG cracking. I need to get the new pair. It's probably, I might actually have an old pair somewhere. Some of these shoes I have double ups in, but I'm not gonna throw double ups in boxes. I just put the double ups kind of with any inventory or anything that I have shoe related. I just throw double ups over there. If there comes a day where I need to put them on and bring them out, then I will. But other than that, they just kind of be chilling. Jordan 5 Raging Bulls. This is a shoe that people in my school went crazy for. So like when I brought out the fresh pair, yeah, you could understand. Everybody was on me. Everybody was on me. And then I went crazy with Jordan 5s. I don't know what happened, but I went wild. Like, bro. What happened? Cameraman hit me. Knocked the shoe out of my hand. But I went crazy with Jordan 5s. Burgundy. You can't. Come on, man. It doesn't get more fire than this. In this condition, though, I don't know what to say. Wolf Gray Jordan 5s. I'm different. And then one of the part of the lab collection when they did the multiple shoes. So this was the 3. Obviously, it has the elephant print all over, and then they put it in a Retro 5, and then it's all leather on the inside. Fire.
My favorite.
The rest of the Jordan 5s, Jordan 5 Grape. Dang, this pair is fresh. I must have, yeah, I don't know. Jordan 5 Grapes. I had these like fresh print shirts that I would match with these, and I thought I was killing the game with the little matching shirt. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Laser 5. It's pretty dope, actually. It's like the fall colors. I don't know. I really don't know. But this is one of the shoes that I bought on eBay and was just way too excited. And then probably my favorite Jordan 5. Jordan 5 Bel Airs. Shoe that was very expensive as soon as it dropped. Extremely hard to get. Each Jordan 5 Bel Air has a different like print on the inside. And yeah, because Fresh Prince, when he flipped his jacket inside out and showed that crazy color, like, come on, that's tough. Then Jordan 6 Carmines, I think only worn twice, but good condition. Oreos, I don't know why I really wanted this shoe, but whatever. Olympics, when these dropped, these and the 7s dropped at the mall at the same time, and I swear you had to have hands to get a pair. Like, it was a boxing match outside the thing. So if you knocked some dude out, you would get your pair. It was 1-on-1. Everybody, you size 12, I'm size 12. And you just had to have hands. So, Olympics. Obviously, nothing needs to be said about those. Slam Dunk. I was really excited about this shoe. I even have little sole protector, like where it just like makes it all shiny and you could just walk and it's like I could rip this off and they look brand new. But details on this shoe, just crazy. Another one of those like kind of European releases, and yeah, they've been worn like twice. So I get happy for a shoe, wear it once, and get terrified to wear it again. Yeah, so these came in a pack, obviously a huge box. But yeah, Orlando Magic, Raptors. It was a pretty tough pack, pretty tough. Okay, so more 7s. We got Bordeaux 7, classic. Worn these a lot. And then Hair 7s for Space Jam, you know, Hair, Bunny, I don't know. But these haven't been worn a lot either. And then, so we go 7, then we go to 11. Because 8s, 9s, 10s, I've owned all of them. Don't really like any of the shoes. So they've all pretty much been sold before I worn or worn once, sold them. So Jordan 11 Low, Cherry, Gold Ceremony. I actually got like 20 pairs of these early. It's one of the first like big early releases I got. So I had tons of these early, and these are fire. And my eBay, that's when my eBay went wild. Concord 11 Low, Brett 11 Low. The Brett that just released. I had the old Brett. I either sold it or it's somewhere, I don't know. 72 and 10. I don't know what's the hype about 72 and 10. I'm pretty sure there's been a team to beat that record. I can't really remember, but whatever. Concord 11 and then Space Jam 11. Both of the newer pairs. Back down. The Jordan 11, like, blackout, whatever they were freaking calling these. This is a fire shoe, though. This is one that shouldn't be slept on just because it has that, like, suede material up top. And it's all black, so you really can't, you can't really beat that. I had these, I can't remember, but a couple of my, like, higher level clientele when I was really in it wanted these really badly. So I had, like, up to size 19 in these shoes, which is just insane. Columbia Jordan 11s, well, Legend Blue, whatever you want to call it. the pack of the Jordan 11s that came out. I don't know if you guys remember, but they dropped the pack and it was $500. So like everybody wanted this shoe only, but they put it in the pack with like a penny one or something like that. A shoe that nobody wanted on the planet. So everybody was buying the pack and trying to sell that penny for like $150 to make these only like $350. I end up not, I think I even hooped in I got a picture of me hooping in them for my high school. Didn't even match, but I was like, hey, if I'm about to pay $500 for both of them, I'm gonna get some use out of that one. These have only been worn like twice. They are just absolutely butter though. Then you go Legend Blue. And that's all for 11s. For 12s, Obsidians. These are just beat up. I don't know why they're still there. The all black master, I forgot what they were calling them. Taxi 12s, they've been worn like 3 times. Yeah, Taxi's pretty fire. They always say they're gonna re-release these every year. I don't get that. French Blue. Then Jordan 13s, the only pair I have is the He Got Games, just because classic. And the only pair of 14s I have are these. I wonder why, because Golden State colorway. I don't even think I've actually worn these with the Golden State shirt, but whatever. Okay, back down. I have this Air Force that my bro designed for me. They were inspired by kind of John Geiger when he was, lasering shoes and kind of doing all that. So these have the map, like the kind of like district map of Omaha, where I'm from. And the coolest part is it had one of my first logos, the Markicks logo with the Air Mag on it. Yeah. It's pretty fire. Just the touches, pretty fire. And then a shoe that I actually copped in LA. I forgot which spot I went to, but I was searching the world for these. It's a shoe that I don't know how many people remember, but Fast and Furious with Lil Bow Wow, when he was driving that purple or green weird looking like ice cream truck thing. He was actually trying to sell stuff, so he sell steering wheels and just random stuff. But he was like, Jordan, like you could buy these. These are limited edition and haven't released all that. But they are fire, and I doubt you'll be able to find a pair size 12 in this condition probably anywhere. It doesn't beat that. I probably worn them once. And that is it for any Jordan. But as you can see, I love Jordans in high school, so pretty much every release I was on it. I've sold tons of shoes in this collection, so I tried to get it down to shoes that I either have an attachment to, I wear, something like that. But yeah, that was kind of Jordans for me. And foam posits were big for me too. These all reds with the red laces. With the red and gold laces. It's a shoe that a lot of hood dudes will see me wearing these and they'll try to buy them off my feet. Like, I've been offered like $500 for these on my foot, and yeah, they want these at all costs. You can probably understand why. Blue foams that look really good on foot. I remember when these pink ones dropped, it was like right around Christmas, like 2012 or something like that. But everybody was obsessed with these, and when I pulled them out at school, it was a wrap. There was a lot of these shoes that when they released, nobody had. I was the only one in like a huge school that had them. So, you could just walk in, like do a little bounce with it, and yeah, people went crazy. Jordan. Oregon foam posit. There's not much I have to say. This is one of the only shoes in my collection that's actually a size 13. Finding a size 12 was absolutely miserable. And in New York Sneaker Con, this was the only shoe above like a size 9. And yeah, bid on them, got them. So Oregon Duck foam. Then camo foam. Another pack foam that actually dropped in a pack. I can't remember the other shoe in the pack. I can't remember. But the like stars for Orlando. Yeah, penny balling is what I was born to do in there. And then we have a Carolina 03 from 2003. Look at this condition. Take a good look. Come on now. That's a wrap. And then the last shoe I'm going to show you is the Foamposite Fighter Jet. And when these drop, we have this really sketchy mall in town called Crossroads. There's pretty much no stores in there now. But one of the last stores in there was Foot Locker. Before they moved a new Foot Locker, House of Hoops, to our main mall, they had a Foot Locker in the sketchy mall. And every Foamposite release, they would get like 12 pairs. I don't understand why, but like one each size. And so me and my friend Ricardo, we would go to the mall. I copped like 5 different foams at that mall, and we would go camp out. We'd get there like 5:30 a.m. and we both just be sick. It'd be cold outside. It'd be horrible. But it was the same like 10 guys that would be in the line. And I just remember on this day, we weren't gonna run. So the dude talked us out of it. He was like, bro, like, y'all, we not running. We all OGs. We all be here. And I was like, that's cool and all, but they got one shoe each size. So, like, I'm going to need to know your size before I agree to not running. Because I'm going to burn you and be the first one in line once they open this gate. And he was like, nah, bro, we not going to do it. Like, just don't do it. And I was like, cool, like, whatever. And, of course, he's, like, 3rd in line. I'm, like, 4th. And the guy says, yeah, I'll take that size 12. So I was really heartbroken because this shoe is just absolutely fire. With the little tag, like, come on, man. It's absolutely fire. So I took the 11.5, and my toes have been miserable ever since. You literally can't. I literally can barely wear them. So, yes, that is it. And that is pretty much it for any shoes that I have. The rest of the stuff in my shoe room is, you know, just different. So we have the pop collection. I'm not collecting pops per se, but I just get the ones that of characters I really like. Obviously Steve Irwin, the GOAT. I watched every freaking episode of Crocodile Hunter. Dwight Schrute, Michael Scott, Classy Santa, you know, with the instrument guy. Aang and Momo, probably the only anime really cartoon that I really ever watched. John Wick with the dog, Mr. Wick. I wish they had the OG dog in there. Rest in peace to my guy. Tony Stark in the little Avengers suit, and then Tony Stark with the gauntlet on, and then Thanos, the best villain of all time. Michael Jordan, 2 Stephen Currys. Kevin Durant in the Warriors. We'll get Kevin Durant in Brooklyn too, just because that's my guy. Conor McGregor, the 2 UFC GOATs, Conor McGregor and John Jones, and then finish with the greatest athlete of all time, Tiger Woods. And just in terms of just random things, like I've got a fake Travis Scott, fake Yeezys that Chinese companies have sent me. They pay me for the videos, so I do a fake versus real. It's kind of good to, you know, get some knowledge on fake versus real. We got a Steph on the wall, a disc plate, so it's metal. This is the first bag I ever got. The MCM, just kind of basic bag. Second bag is actually a super old, the first edition Prime Society bag. Crazy thing about this bag is that the owner of the brand actually lives in my city, Omaha. He's super cool. Prime Society is super dope. So I need to get another bag. I've just been hella lazy. And then the most recent bag I got, and the last one, it's not even really a bag. It's just fire. Like MCM, Bape. You see I still have the tags on it. They're too fancy to call this just a fanny pack, so it's like a belt bag to them. Yeah, I don't know. It's just dope. I literally only taken it out of the dust bag to take a picture with it. And other than that, I don't really have a use for this. I just thought it was a dope piece to have. Like, I always have a vision of like my shoe room in my next crib, and just having a bunch of cool pieces kind of just laying around, and different
you know, just showpieces, and I feel like this is one of them. Details on this are just crazy. MCM Bape collab. It's dope. This thing was $600 though, so I might sell it because that's just entirely too much. But yeah, those are the bags.
Yeah, so she laser cut the sign. We both architects, so it's really simple for us. A bunch of random shoes over in this corner. I don't know. Travis Scott cereal. People were actually selling these, bro. People paid. Imagine the people that paid $100 for these. Like, you're crazy. This wall I have some of my car window stickers. I have them laminated and put up. So the first actual like car, kind of, it was a V6, so it's not really a car. It's kind of a machine that moves. Right? I was happy about it at the time. Mustang V6 2006. Then we upgraded right after my first year at college. Saved up a bunch of money and got my baby 2016 Camaro. 2016 car of the year. You know, it just goes crazy. V8, and we had like 470 to the wheel or something like that. And then my 2018 Range Rover. All my life I wanted a white Range. You know, I don't know. It was a bad decision. It's gone now, but it was a bad decision. It was fun while it lasted, though. If you want to watch any other cars, I got the car channel, Markicks and Whips, so check me out there. Miscellaneous stuff, and then the Ben Baller money counter. I think Unknown dropped the Ben Baller money counter, and it was like they dropped like 250 of them. So I just thought it was a cool like collection piece. Ben Baller's super cool guy. And yeah, it's all gold, so yeah. And then more laser cut stuff. I need money for gas with the private jet, because, you know, if you watch my Instagram, follow my Instagram, life is a movie. But yes, I'm exhausted. That was a lot longer than I thought it would be. So if you stuck around this far, I appreciate y'all, boys. Subscribe, like the video, share the video if you could share. That would be great. And yeah, so finally, for the people that wanted the sneaker collection, we have it, and it's great. Anti-resale resellers, yeah, just lame. Yeah, I'm done. Markicks, stay tuned. 2020, we in the building.